Hey guys, while doing experiment, do you experience any error in the experiments or do you experiment any mistakes that is done personally or unknowingly? So watch this video fully to know what are the errors you're doing in the experiment you're watching from pretty well. Learning is made simple, easy and fun. So first of all, let us know what is error. So errors may obtain unknowingly and knowingly. These two errors will be done by personally, or some of them will be unknowingly will maybe have done. So these errors can be rectified by doing some of the experimental analysis or any minimizing of errors. So in this chapter we are going to learn what are the errors will be obtained and how to rectify the errors. So first, what is error? So error is the difference between measured value and true value. So it can be either expressed in absolute or relative errors. So absolute means it's nothing but the absolutely we are knowing absolute what's the error is. So absolute may be absolute minus true value. What are the true value should be kept in that particular experiment, that and the what we have got that absolute value. So absolute value minus true value. And relative error, it may be have not done by anything what we added or what other things have done, but it may be related to that particular foreign substance or something else. So that should add the we should subtract the absolute value and true value and also divided by the true value and into 100, so that we can get the absolute error value and also relative error value in this relative error. So next is how to evolve with the error. So error may be controllable error or uncontrollable error. Maybe it may be done by foreign materials. We may not know. After doing the experiment only we have to find out that, right? So to correct that, how can we do or what are the errors have been done unknowingly or knowingly? So the error may be done due to sampling, by taking the samples or to the experiments or to the environment or instruments. So many things error is depend upon, so that we are dividing the error into two types, that is systemic error and random error or indeterminate error. The systemic error is further divided into five types, that is personal error, operational error, instrumental error, error of the method, additive and proportional error. This personal error is very simple, that is done by person itself. So from the name itself we can understand personal error. It is done by the person itself. While doing the experiment, we unknowingly done or added any foreign substance in it, or while reading the burette we read a wrong error in the reading of burette. So mechanical loss of material in various steps of the analysis, or ignition of precipitate incorrect temperature, or adding a hydroscopic material into it, or error in calculations. So these are the personal errors. And next one is the operational error. So operational error is done due to the physical environment. Due to our environmental condition, there may be error. Like the sampling may be not known, unknown sample, not representative sampling, or we are introducing any foreign materials into it due to the environments. So this may happen. Next one is the instrumental error. This instrumental errors not depend on person or environment or anything else. It's only depend on the instrument. Maybe the absorbance spectrometer may absorb the radius more, or there may be a voltization of platinum at very high temperature. So these are the things will affect the solution and the correct calculations. So next one is the error of the method. So what are the error will be obtained in the methods? This error of the method is a more serious method because we cannot detect the proper answer for it. So this can be corrected, it can be affect any of the sampling or any of the things what we are doing. For example, while calculating the pH meter, the atomic standardization may be wrong. So the same thing what I said is spectroscopy will absorb the background absorption has been done, so that there may be a wrong calculations. So these are the things that we cannot correct. Maybe it may be depend on the experimental error, or it can be depend on the instrument. This cannot be corrected. So next one is the additive and proportional error. So additive means while we are taking a weight of a crucible or anything else, it lost the weight in recrucible by precipitating or igniting. So that is what the additive is. The error which is independent, does not depend on the any amount of constituent present in it. It does only present in the amount of weight or weighting the substance. The error is dependent. Next one is the proportional error. So from the name itself you can understand proportion. Two things are proportional. So the impurity in the standard substances lead to an incorrect value of the standard solution calculations. That is, when there is an impurity in the standard solution or substance, this will lead to an incorrect calculation. That is what the proportional error, the error in the standard solution. So next is the indeterminate error or random error. This error is done because due to anything, the analyst is very careful, but even though the error is done due to any of the foreign particles is present in it, or any wrong in the method, so it is cannot be corrected or eliminated while we are doing. So it depends on the error which we are doing. It may be a small error, but it more frequently occurs when we are doing. So these errors cannot be corrected or eliminated. So these are the errors and their calculations. Some errors may occur due to accuracy, which may be while you are doing a standardized standardization. So this will be occurred while we are doing standardization. So standardization, we will usually take the concordance value, right? First value may be 20. Okay, just guess that may be a 20. Then again you are doing the standardization, it count to 25. It has more variation, right? So again you have to do the value to get the 20. So this is what the error is. So while we are doing again and again, we are getting some mistakes, right? This is what the error is, that we call as accuracy. So this accuracy is based on two things, that is absolute error and relative error, what we have learned in the introduction of the error. So error has been divided into absolute, it may be expressed in absolute or relative error, right? Absolute error is equal to absolute value minus true value. The same thing, relative error is equal to absolute value minus true value divided by true value, right? So this is what the error accuracy error is. So next, this relative error is further divided into two types, two methods. This relative error may occur in two types, that is absolute method and comparative method. So absolute method means the absolute value of the particular sample or the solution, and then the concordant value which we get in the absence of foreign substance. The comparison or the difference between these two values is called absolute method. That is the absolute value. The absolute value minus true value is absolute method, right? Absolute value. This value and the concordant value without the foreign substances. This difference is called the absolute method. Next one is the comparative method. As in the name, this is comparativity. So comparing the two things with two instruments, like if you are doing gravimetry, we are comparing the gravimetry substance with the volumetric substance. That is what the comparative method. The both values compared, and which one is has the correct accurate value, we use that value. That is what comparative method. So these two methods are used to correct the particular solution or sample without error. So next one is the precision. So precision means the concordant series having the same quantity is called precision. So this precision is expressed the correctness of the accuracy. The correct value of the accuracy is known as precision. Doing the concordant value, we get a value. That value is same means we call it precision. It may be different in accuracy but in same in precision. So next one is how to minimize the error. To minimize the error, we should calibrate the apparatus and we should apply the correction. There may be any precipitate or any small impurities in the apparatus. So we should reduce or calibrate the apparatus and the application of correction should be applied in it. This way we can minimize the error. The second way is running a blank determination. Without the sample, we should run a blank determination or assay so that we can get the value right. That value should be compared with the sample so that we can know the impurities and purity of the substance. Next is running a correct determination. This constitution is carried out in a determination on a standard substance under condition as possible to the experimental conditions. Like you are doing an experiment and you are taking that experiment and doing in the controlled area that you are not allowing it to react with the environment or anything else. You are doing in a controlled manner and comparing with the original value so that you can get the proper correct value. This is the third method. Next one is the fourth method, that is use of independent method of analysis. For each and every sample, we usually take volumetric analysis means assay we usually do, and gravimetry means we'll do gravimetric. So these are the things like, so this should be done in the independent method of analysis. Like we should carry out these things in an entirely different manner to find out the error. I have already told, by comparing the volumetric with gravimetric or titrimetric so that we can get the proper value, right? This has been done. Next, running a parallel determinations. This fifth point is actually they serves as a check on the result of a single determination and indicates only the precision of the analysis. By taking the concordant values, we can analyze this. I have already told the precision and accuracy of the value, right? This can be done to correct the error. This is the fifth point. Next one is the standard addition. So in this, first the known amount of the constants, how much impurity is present, we know, right? First that is determined. Then the unknown value is determined so that we can know what is the error has been done, what's the difference between the analyzed result and also the constituents presence, so that we can compare that and get the value. Next one is the internal standards. This is the mixing of the standard solution with the primary. While we are doing titration, we usually mix the standard solution with the unknown sample, right? So this is what the internal standardization. By knowing the amount of known concentration, we find the unknown concentration. Next is the amplification method. So when very small amount of material to be measured in beyond the limit of a apparatus, then the material can be reacted in such a way that every molecule produce two or more molecules of same other measurable materials. So by the resultant amplification, maybe then be quantity to be determined without the scope of the apparatus. So next, this is we usually take the more in large amount of quantities in the industrial level if you want to find the errors in it. So we should first analyze the little amount of the thing and take the little amount of sample and produce more molecules in that and find out the impuritiness. We usually do in the biology, right? By taking a gene and producing more daughter genes and find out which one is inherited or which one has the heredity. So we usually find that, right? So this is what we will do in this amplification method. By amplifying the sample, we will find the answer. Next one is the isotopic dilution. This isotopic dilution means mixing the sample with the stable added isotope so that we will get a ratio, right, that we are comparing. That is what the isotopic dilution. Thank you for watching my channel. So I think you have clearly understand explained the topic. So see you in my next video. Until then, bye from me and tata bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, like my channel, share my channel, and comment your doubts in the comment section. Tata bye bye. See you later.